Hello everyone and welcome to Team 16's presentation on generating infoboxes for Hindi Wikipedia pages. Let's quickly run the demo now so that we can see the results later. Our first step was selecting a domain for which we will be generating infoboxes. For this, we conducted a feasibility study by category clustering. This was a BFS approach up to a depth of 7. These were the results. We also split the categories into single terms. We found that topics like Bharat and Vigyan were too broad to create specific template infoboxes. We also used PetScan to get a list of articles about particular categories. We finally went with log and sthan, that is people and places, as our study categories, as we could generate template info boxes for them. Moving on to data collection, we combined the previous three methods and removed duplicates. We had many false positives in the case of people. We removed these by querying Wikidata with SparkQL to check for instances of human. We collected 6,500 articles without info boxes. For places, we took the opposite approach. We queried Wikidata for locations like countries, states, cities, etc., and got a huge list. We also took a rule based approach by searching the titles for Gao, Jilla, Nagar, etc. We got 3,600 articles about places. We cleaned our data by removing redirection. We also got the corresponding Wikidata IDs and English page links corresponding to one Hindi page. These are the GET requests for the same. Overall, we collected 10,000 articles without info boxes. This was the distribution between them. Moving on to our automatic info box generation techniques, in method 1, we extract key value pairs from Wikidata with SparkQL and QWikidata API. In the second approach, we translate the info boxes in English and convert them to Hindi. Coming to our Wikidata approach, Wikidata is structured in the form of P numbers and Q numbers, that is, properties and entities. Here we have an example SparkQL query which extracts the property of occupation for the entity Narendra Modi. We define a list of properties relevant to our domains, places, and people. For example, for people, we have gender, date of birth, profession. For places, we have time zone, country, location, and so on. We collect these by doing a frequency analysis on infoboxes and also matching them against template infoboxes on Wikipedia Commons. Coming to our second approach of translating English info boxes, this works well for our use case as we don't have to translate full-fledged sentences or articles, but just short key value pairs. We map which of the previous properties should be translated or transliterated and accordingly perform the operation. This is the list for the same. We use the Microsoft Translator API or Transliteration API to perform these. This is an example info box. As you can see, it is produced in the format of the Wikipedia source code so that it can be readily pasted. For a baseline method, we extract key value pairs from Wikidata in English. In method 1, we were directly doing it in Hindi. Further, for the baseline, we translate these into Hindi. For our evaluation, we use a fuzzy matching library in Hindi that can be viewed here. In our test set, we have 700 people-related articles and 400 places-related articles, which is 10% of our data set. We collect the precision, recall, and F1 scores for these methods. Let's quickly see the results that we got now. We ran it on the query Virat Kohli, and for method 1, we got date of birth, place of birth, which is Delhi. For method 2, we got how his batting is, what bowling position he plays at. For method 3, that is our baseline, we got his date of birth, his awards won, etc. These are the results. For precision, our method 1 performs the best. For recall, method 2 performs the best for people and places. Here we can see which properties, name, birthplace, etc., perform well. That brings us to the end of our presentation. We have generated infoboxes for over 10,000 articles without infoboxes, and our evaluation included more than 1,000 articles. This tool is useful for Wikipedia content writers as it reduces their manual efforts and gives them a good starting point. Future work in this domain can include matching the infobox content with the article content to ensure that they are both in sync. These are the papers we read for our research. You can find them here with highlights and notes. Our entire code base can be viewed at this link. Thank you. We hope you enjoyed our presentation.